Welcome to Rebel Wolf Healing. My name is Elizabeth, and tonight I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Aquarius. This could be in your sun, moon, rising, north node, or Venus. Today is the 999 portal, and this portal is all about endings. 9, the number signifies completion and endings. But this is also about wisdom and learning and closing out karmic contracts. So let's see what's happening for you in this portal for my beautiful Aquas. Again, if you can please like, comment, subscribe. I truly appreciate you. And thank you again for all your donations. Going through hard times, I used to always say I can do it alone. But the truth is, the more that I open my energy and I'm more vulnerable and transparent about what's going on in my life, I'm not as alone, and I really appreciate the people I've met here on YouTube, the friendships I've gained. Like, this is a beautiful space to be in, and I appreciate you for making it that way. But let's look into the energy for this 9-9 portal. Spirit, what cycles are ending for my beautiful Aqua? What cycles? Not one. Not so you have fears and limitations, but you're releasing lack and doubt. Aqua, this is a major purge. So if you're feeling rather exhausted and all you want to do is sleep, because I'm kind of in that energy. I'm very tired. If I'm not working, I'm tired. I make sure who I'm around like uplifts me. Like, I want to be around, of course, my children, but I choose who I'm around particularly because I know they're either gonna drain or fuel. Aqua, you're no longer limited. You're not operating in fear. You're not operating in lack and doubt. You're releasing it. And this could be foreign for you. This could be something new for you that you're experiencing. You're not afraid. And I'm also feeling this heavy energy. You're not afraid of your psychic gifts, your intuition. When you're hearing things, you're seeing things, you're not afraid of it anymore. I could be speaking to someone who is tapping into their mediumship. So maybe you tap into past over. You're not afraid of it anymore. Spirit, what are the lessons that my Aqua learned? What are the lessons? Thank you, Spirit. You learned how to be in stability, in flow, in harmony. It's almost like it is what it is energy. Like, you take life, it is what it is. You see things for what they are, not what you want them to be. It's almost like you're removing your emotional attachment to anything and just saying, you know what? If divine source is bringing an ending, I'm going to go with the ebb and flow of it. Because at the end of the day, I really feel that you are ensuring that your vessel is the most important thing. If I'm okay within, then everything else is going to flow otherwise. Because if I'm all right, everything around me is going to be all right. Spirit, what is the karmic release for my Aqua? What's the karmic release? Oh, bro, you're done with this guilt. You're done with sabotaging yourself. Bro, I say this in my videos all the time. I have a PhD plaque. Let's hang that shit up on self-sabotage. I can ruin my life in quick matter of minutes. And it was all based on, if I'm not honest enough, my fears, my limitations, my lack, my doubt. You're not there anymore. So you're not making decisions based upon guilt anymore. And that's a big thing. People can't guilt you anymore. Having energy here of people preyed on your shadow. They preyed on your shadow. You could have been operating in your shadow. I operated in my shadow for many years. They can't. They can't prey on your fears. They can't prey on your lack and your doubts. They can't prey on your guilt. You did what you had to do when you had to do it. You were faced with certain things and you made choices. And maybe now you're like, man, I made choices because this was you were up against it. But now you're making better choices because your choices are not coming from a trauma survival response. It's coming from a healed response. If that makes any sense. Spirit, what's the activation for my aqua? What's the activation? What's activating? Forgiveness. You have a forgiving heart. That's what's activating for you. You forgive yourself for everything. For everything. You're apologizing for the past too. You could be apologizing to someone. Someone could be apologizing to you. There could be a masculine energy coming in, apologizing to you. Heavy masculine energy. I don't know if it's a dad, a lover, a friend. Spirit, what is the gift this portal is opening for my aqua? What's the gift? Divine masculine. You're getting a divine masculine. That's the gift. Or you're stepping into your divine masculine energy. I don't know. I don't know. This could be you overcoming your father wounds. Overcoming that pain of not being provided and protected and loved and nurtured. You could be overcoming that. Let me just straighten out my cards. And, you know, like, there's going to come a point in your life that you open up to people that you think are safe. And then when that relationship falls apart or whatever happens, they threw something at you that was a wound that was very deep for you because they didn't understand it. I once had someone say, oh, all you talk about is that you never had a dad growing up. And if you're my friend and I'm saying, you know what, this is the wound, this is the problem, and you throw it in my face, in that moment, in that minute, you are my enemy. Because if you love someone and care for someone, you would never throw against them their biggest wound, because I wouldn't. If I know your wound is like one thing of me, I don't have perfect teeth, I can't wait to get my teeth done, and someone takes shots on my teeth knowing I'm insecure about it, man, you're finally realizing people around you are just here to hurt you, not uplift you. So you're learning, like, you know what? I'm not limited, and I'm sick of staying around people that keep me in lack and doubt. And I want to be in flow. I don't have any more guilt. Just because you don't like me or you throw stones at me, I'm not going to ruin my life just because you want me to ruin my life. It's almost as you have an enemy who enjoys your failure. They enjoy it because it makes themselves look better. You don't need people around you like that. But there is a masculine energy coming in for an apology or to apologize. Spirit, tell me about this cycle ending, this limitations, this lack, and this doubt. Tell me about this cycle ending. Yeah. Because you don't give a fuck about Aqua, I'm sorry to curse. You don't care about these people who play mind games, who gossip about you, who are just watching you hella heavy and gossiping about you. It's almost at a point like, yeah, you can talk about me all you want. And one thing I love about Eminem is he puts his truth out on a plate. So you can't rap about me saying, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that. I already called myself out. So you ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. They can't limit you anymore. Can't keep you trapped in fear. You don't lack, you don't have doubt. That's just their projections on you. They're projecting their own insecurities on you, and you're understanding it finally. Because you've made peace with yourself. You're at harmony with yourself. You're in flow with yourself. You apologize to yourself. For one thing, heavy energy here, you could be very forgiving. I'm forgiving, but my forgiveness is a final cutoff. Me and you will never rock out ever again. Once you betray me, there is no coming back. That's how I love myself, by saying, you know what? I don't want to think about you. You're gone. Dust. Aquas are infamous for ghosting people. And maybe people think it's a bad thing, but a lot of times we're just protect, like, no, bro, you can't come close to me ever again. Spirit, tell me more about this cycle ending. Someone can't gossip about you anymore because it's all lies. Yeah, it's all lies. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. This person was just manipulating you. Or they were manipulating people around you, and they tapped into your childhood wounds. That's what they did. They talked about your pain. They talked about your experience. They didn't talk about who you were as a person, not your character. They just talked about your pain. You were an addict. Why were you an addict? You were abused. Why were you? It's like they like foreshadowed your trauma. Spirit, tell me more, and I'm done. Tell me more. You could have been dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, but your angels are right here, man. Your angels are right here. They're watching over you. You're alchemizing. You're alchemizing your limitations and your fears and your lack and your doubt. People's words, their mind games, their gossip means fucking nothing to you, because you're in harmony and you're in flow with divine itself. And that's it. You're in flow. Spirit, what's this mediumship energy I'm picking up? What's this mediumship for my Aqua? What's this? You're tapping in. We have the sun. We have the sun in reverse. The sun in reverse. I think you're connecting with the people that are not alive. Spirit, tell me more. Passed over loved ones. Yeah, you're connecting with passed over loved ones. We have the Page of Wands. You're out of nowhere. You're receiving messages. Spirit, what are these messages? That a new beginning is on the way for you. The unknown, a new opportunity. Aqua, I could be speaking to someone who's tapping into their mediumship. They need a channel. You need a channel more because you're channeling. But you need to express it. You need to share it. There's something here about sharing your gifts. Sharing your gifts help you overcome limitation and fears and lack and doubt. Share your gifts. People can watch all they want. At the end of the day, just live in your truth, and people who gossip about you, sooner or later, they're going to get turned upside down. Upside down. Because the lesson you learned is no matter what's going on around you, you have stability, you have harmony, you have flow. You don't swim up against the river. You flow with the river. If the river's going this way, I'm going that way. If the vine moves me, I move. If things end, I allow. That's it. Just in flow. Spirit, tell me about this flow. You're becoming, yeah, because your flow, when you're in flow, when you're co-creating with divine source, co-creating, setting your intentions, where divine leads you, you go. That's where your money, that's where your wealth is. That's where your new beginning is. You could have dealt with a lot of unstable situations and delays. Divine source is saying, if you just have the attitude of it is what it is and I'll just go with the flow, then it's almost like this promise of security, abundance, and potential. Spirit, tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a promise. It's almost like this is your divine gift. It's a promise, yeah, because judgment, bro, we have judgment and the Queen of Cups. Aqua, I don't know how many times I'm telling you this. The Aquas, the soul family I speak to, you guys are empathetic, compassionate, intuitive, psychic. You guys are meant to heal in some way, fashion, or form. Judgment. You're learning your karmic lessons. You're breaking through that negative self-talk. There's no longer this indecision. You know what you're here for. You know what you're meant to do. And you're not letting the chatter affect you anymore. These people have no direction. And I don't mean to speak ill will of anybody, but there's no direction. There's no divine messages. There's no connection. You're connected with Source, my love. Continue to stay connected with Source. You're going through a major renewal and rebirth. You're all about healing. Because the major karmic release you're getting is no longer living in guilt, no longer sabotaging and, you know what, you hurt me, let me fuck up my life. That used to be my thinking. Someone hurt me, I'm about to fuck up my life. The fuck? Insanity. Insanity. Spirit, tell me more. Yeah. Because you're at the final chapter. You've been through so much pain. You've been backstabbed. You hit rock bottom. You went through failure. You dug yourself out of fucking graves that people fucking dug for you. But you have this repair, this coming back. You're coming back and you're making it out of a situation alive. Someone doesn't want me to speak. You're done hurting yourself. You're done. Because you're the fucking star and you have so much strength and you are a force to reckon with. You're a force. It's almost like someone messes with you. It's almost like, man, they mess with the wrong one, you know? They hurt the wrong one. They hurt someone who was never malicious. Understand people hurt you and harm you because there's something wrong with them. There's not anything wrong with you. But what you're learning in this karmic lesson and this release is that I can't stay in guilt anymore. I've been through enough. Now is the time for your wishes to be granted, for you to have that hope, to have that renewal, to have that strength of will that no matter what, stay determined and stay focused. People can bring endings towards you and cause towers, but your tower is mighty. Your tower is removing your energy. Heavy energy of you removing your energy. Spirit, just tell me more on this tower. You're removing your energy. Yeah, because you're the fucking magician, man. You're removing your energy. People could feed off your energy. You're very resourceful. You're a master manifestor. Heavy energy of as above, so below, as within, so without. You're co-creating with divine source. You're using all your tools, all your resources. So not only are you tapping into your mind, your heart, you're grounding yourself, you're stepping into your fire. You have this willpower. Aqua, you're so freaking powerful. And maybe that's what people feared about you. That's why keeping you in fear and lack and doubt and guilt. Because they knew once you had that spark, once you really figured out who the fuck you are, you could do some damage, man. You could do some damage. And it's not malicious damage. The damage I'm talking about is that you can see an enemy just by being around them, feeling their energy. You tapped into that spiritual, intuitive, esoteric energy where I don't fear the monster underneath the bed, because there is no monsters underneath the bed. If anything, the monster might be the person looking right at me. You don't fear the unknown because the unknown is quite safe. It's what you do know, what you fear. Keep on co-creating with Divine Source and setting your intentions, doing your vision boards. Keep on. Now, the activation is for you. The activation is you are forgiving yourself. Like, man, I forgive myself for my fear, my lack, my doubt, my guilt, my shame, my sabotage. I forgive myself. But I feel like a masculine energy is coming in with an apology. This person could be bringing roses there. I see a rose tattoo. Roses could be significant. Spirit, tell me more. I got a lot of roses. Oh, the message is coming from someone who has roses. Spirit, tell me more. Help me understand this, because I feel like it's like dual. It's someone that you were in the Three of Pentacles with. This is a third party. This is someone who lacked interest. This was someone who didn't collaborate and work with you. They didn't collaborate and work with you. Spirit, tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Maybe an old employer. It's someone you closed a chapter out on. It's someone who caused you a lot of psychological pain. Ooh, it's someone who put you in a third-party interference. This could be a relationship, a love triangle. 3. This is someone who affected you, mind, body, and spirit. Spirit, is this apology or no? You're forgiving yourself. So you're forgiving yourself, and you're learning how to feel good within yourself, to be happy and to be satisfied. With this Three of Pentacles and this Three of Cups, you could have learned really harsh lessons from family, friends, co-workers, jobs. Being around people was not easy for you. It wasn't. And it could have been everyone blamed you for you were the problem, but you were never the problem. Spirit, what is this apology? What is this apology I'm feeling for my Aqua? Oh, yep. It's the Emperor. Look at that. The Emperor in reverse. There was someone in your life that was upside down, and now they are upright. This is a masculine energy. Absent father, someone who had lack of control, very undisciplined, or excessive control. They controlled too much. They were aggressive. They were dominant. They were rigid. That's where this apology is coming from. Spirit, tell me more about, they could be an Aries. Tell me more. Oh my word. This person spent some time reflecting. This is someone who held back and repressed, but they always felt like an apology was something necessary. This is someone who actually wants romance with you. This is someone who actually loves you. This person loves you. They could have done wrong by you. They could have. You could have done wrong by them. That's why it's forgiveness and apology. Maybe this is a reconciliation. Maybe you were not right at the time. They were not right at the time. But now you're coming together and you're going to get it right. Spirit, tell me more. Tell me more, because my Aqua, you're getting a masculine. And I can be speaking to a masculine. Yeah, because someone had an epiphany. Someone had an aha moment. Someone is waking up. Someone is waking up. And they're divinely guided to wake up. And we have the Five of Cups in reverse. This person wants forgiveness. There's healing taking place. Spirit, what is this healing that's taking place? I'm feeling two energies, like a father wound energy, and I'm feeling a relationship energy. And the two can go hand in hand. Meaning, I know for me, because I have such large father wounds, relationships, oh, man, they took a really bad turn. Because I opened up, but in the end, I really didn't trust. I really didn't believe. And I did things based upon trauma and pain. Like, I don't trust you. But there was no reason not to trust. But because of my past and my pain, and because I didn't heal, I messed up really good partnerships. And I feel like we have the Two of Wands. It's like you're flipping the script. You're not operating from that pain and fear and limitation and guilt anymore. You're operating from a healed energy. Spirit, what's this masculine energy? Ooh. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. This person or you want to lay down your burdens. You're done with those wounds. You're done with that pain. Maybe they're done with their wounds. This could be someone who wants to start prioritizing you. Spirit, tell me more about this masculine. I might have to do, oh my word, and we're done. We're done. We're done. They feel you're equally yoked. There could have been a point that you guys were together that you were both flipped upside down. You both neglected yourself. You weren't in your feminine energy. They weren't in their masculine energy. You were both blocked and insecure. But what's changing is you're stepping, you could be stepping into your divine masculine energy. They could be stepping into their divine feminine energy, where there is this yin and yang finally taking place. Wow, taking place right now, baby boo. We're in the eclipse season. There is a deep healing, and this is like divinely guided. This is divinely guided. Spirit, tell me more. Spirit doesn't want to come out. Yeah. You guys are going to have like equalness. Two of Pentacles. You guys are going to prioritize each other. There is love coming in, Aqua. I feel this. This portal has a lot to do with you overcoming your fears and limitations and gaining stability, overcoming guilt and shame, releasing people who don't serve you, forgiving yourself, accepting an apology from someone else, and understanding you weren't meant to do this alone. Your match is here. Your person is here. And maybe your person is just like you. You don't have a perfect past. They don't have a perfect past. But it's about growth and activation and rebirth and learning and embracing and removing the layers of trauma and pain that have scarred so many of us. Like, it's insane. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. Spirit, what affirmation do you have for my beautiful, beautiful Aqua? Oh, we got spirit guides. I'm telling you, I am speaking to someone who could be a medium. I open my heart to my guides and I trust in the wisdom they share with me. I'm telling you, passed over loved ones are trying their best to speak to you. You don't need to be afraid. There's something here about the violet flame as well. Saint Germain. Aqua, I'm sending you so much love and light. And remember that you are loved and you have always been enough.